What's up, everyone? We got a really good one today, and so strap in. And of course, all the OG house cats drop a meow in that chat. You're watching More Money. Let's get it. People that make money on the stock market and people that listen to finance YouTubers, how are you doing? I am finally back. And as you can see, Alibaba has doubled from the, mid to low 70s all the way up to just over $140 per share. And who could have seen that coming? Well, anybody who can describe to you what Palantir does and not know what the hell they're talking about will not be able to figure that one out. But we all saw it coming. Alibaba was a cheap stock for a long time. I would say that it's probably closer to fairly valued, closer, not exactly fairly valued, at least as it relates to the way that I've valued the damn thing, but I haven't updated it. I'll update it next quarter. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to do a quick run through of the results. But before I did that, I just wanted to show the memers are here. The memers have followed us in, which tells me that I need to get the hell out of this name. Just take my double and run. Go into other things, but you can see Ryan Cohen has increased his Alibaba stake to $1 billion. And it seems like he's been in private discussions with the Chinese retailer. I'm only in private discussions with myself because nobody will talk to me. And here's the best part. I went onto Alibaba's server and dung. It did not let me in. I was not able to see the press release, and I went onto something, I don't know what it is, maybe it's the Hindustan Times, who the hell knows. I went onto some website and I found it. So you can see revenue was up 8% year over year. Now, if you remember, and you guys may not remember, I'll show you in a second, I was forecasting effectively year over year revenue growth for the year around 6%. Now, what's crazy here is look at what happened with net income. A lot of this is probably due to mark-to-market changes of equity investments, just the market's up in China, so boom, of course you're gonna have net income increase. So really what I want to look at is your free cash flow, and you can see that free cash flow actually decreased year over year, but that probably could be due to some investments as well. And so their net cash provided by operating activities is actually up 10%. I think that's a reliable measure there. But of course, we'll do a full analysis and go through all the details later on, but this is more of a first look. I just wanted to get this out there. I know a lot of you guys have been messaging me, where are you? Where have you gone? Guys, I was in Canada, or as Donald Trump likes to call it, Snow Mexico. It's not Lake Ontario anymore. It's Lake America great again. But yes, I was up in Snow Mexico, but now I'm back in the US, back in Texas, back in Michigan. Let's go. So you can see Taobao and Tmall, that group was up 9% year over year. And if you remember, we were forecasting 3% year over year here. So that is absolutely fantastic. They're still going after the merchant. They announced new merchant-friendly measures. They are not telling us what they are, or they probably did in the earnings call, but what I'm really interested in here is how merchant friendly are these? Are they giving money to the merchants to keep volume going, and thus you see a pop on revenue, but not necessarily a pop on your margins? And so that's what I'm a little bit worried about, but we'll see. And then of course the fake Prime, the 88 VIP. So your Amazon Prime is continuing to increase double digits, reaching 49 million people during the quarter. So that's cool to see, very cool to see. And here you can see, this is what I was talking about. The total Taobao and Tmall group was expected to increase by 3.2% in their fiscal year 25. And, if they continue the momentum, they're going to blow this out of the water. Obviously, Taobao, Tmall, I was expecting around 3, and it's the wholesale that I was expecting to grow faster. On the international front, we expected international to continue to grow. I was just very conservative with the way that I've been forecasting international. I haven't gotten off of that because you don't know what can happen in that segment, but it's been really, really strong. And you can see the 32% compared to, I think I had around 16. I stand corrected. I had 17, but you can see exactly last year it grew 46%. 46%, but the way I always say is be conservative, do not be unhinged, do not see 45 and put 45 for the next year. In fact, don't even listen to me, don't listen to finance YouTubers, do what you think is sensible, but do something that's sensible when you forecast these things out. I saw the 45 and I'm like, I'll take your 45 and I'll give you 17. That's all I'm giving you. And so, yes, they beat me on the upside, which is what I expected. Same thing here. I saw the 5.2 and I'm like, yeah, I see 5.2. I'll give you 3.2. I'm not going to give you 8%. Putting 8%, putting 45%, that's what gets you into trouble, guys. And so that's what got a lot of people into trouble in the early days of Alibaba when they were putting double-digit growth and, they're not discounting or they're not, taking anything away to be a little bit more conservative. If anything on this channel, we're a little bit more conservative. Most finance YouTubers would call us pussies, but that's just what it is. We don't lose money on this channel. Now, the Cloud Intelligence Group, it grew 13% year over year, which is fantastic, driven by double-digit public cloud revenue growth, which is, and it's great to see. But I think the most important thing is, the Gartner Magic Quadrant is actually a big deal in the tech space. Just if you make it onto that Gartner list in any sort of positive light is fantastic. And so the fact that Alibaba Cloud has been named a leader again is pretty cool. And so I like this. It shows that they're leading the cloud space in a world where they have Tencent as a competitor. That's a big deal, at least in my perspective. But what do I know? I'm just a snow Mexican, as Donald Trump calls us Canadians, snow Mexicans. Okay. Now, on the strategic side, you can see that they disposed of Sun Art, which was interesting. I feel like they just bought it, but it's not core. So yeah, get rid of it. I didn't even know what this in time was. That goes to show, the number of videos that I've put on Alibaba, and yet, this might have been a conglomeration of other businesses that I'm aware of. I'm just not familiar with it, but $1 billion right there. So, okay, big deal. Now, there's nothing new here from the perspective of share buybacks. This company has just been massively buying back shares. They did $1.3 billion. This is why when the shares were in the $70 range, a lot of people that I talked to on the Patreon, etc., they were doubling and tripling down. I also bought quite a few. Because we knew that just like even if the results didn't purely improve, we knew that just the reduction in the number of shares would probably push the share price up. It didn't make sense that the shares were trading at around $70 per share when the company was massively buying back shares. They were monetizing the excess capital on the balance sheet, and that's what we saw. And so, yeah, boom, double, deal with it. So that's it for the first look. What this is a gradual improvement in results. What this is not is a 180. And so, if Alibaba continues to improve, this thing could easily go back up to $300 per share, go around there. But, I'm not going to bank on that. I will update the model after the next quarter. Until then, I'm going to be updating other models on the Patreon. Now, if you want access to all of the models that I update and review, that I use actually also for my personal account, you can just take a look at the link below to get to the Patreon. And, if you want to join us for a live call, there's an upper tier there for the live call as well. Okay, so I'll leave it there, guys. And, let me know in the comments what you think. And I am sorry for leaving you guys for so long. I am sorry. I'm here now. I'm back. Daddy's home. Okay, see you later.